Welcome all to the Life Force Power Center. I'm the Jedi Master Jedi, returning to a new beginning, to the new beginning of truth, power, and strength, helping those who are awakened to the possibilities of who they are and who they could be from 2020 and beyond. Here to send you this message of your truth, this message of your power, this message of the harmony in your heart, in your ears, in your mind, to bring you back to the original being that you were meant to be, the original being of full greatness, of full potential, expanding on this new earth and this new beginning. We understand that there has been a lot of programming in your world and your society. We understand that there's been generations and generations of this programming and culture that have taken you away from your power, taken you away from your truth, taken you through generations of pounding this fear and these falsehoods into your realm to make you a slave to dead words and dead information, only to serve those who are alive and eating and feeding off your energy, eating and feeding off your truth, eating and feeding off your fears, eating and feeding off your hard work as you build a world not for you, but for them. Not for yourself, not for your family. You think it's for yourself and family, but you're using their paradigm, you're using their blueprint to build a world for them. And with this, you spend generations and generations continuing to build their world without even knowing what your world would look like. Like, for example, if some super genie came and said, I'll give you the power to create anything you want, any life you want. And you say, I tell you what, hey Genie, I'm gonna create a life where I have to get up every day early in the morning. I gotta work throughout the whole week, and I gotta give half my money or about half of my taxes to some other entity, and I gotta take breaks, and I have to either have a boss, or if I'm going to be semi-self-employed, I gotta follow all these rules and regulations to work a certain quota, to buy a certain house, to live in a certain area, to fit into a certain set of society, so I don't fully express myself, so I don't fully live my truth. This is what I would do, Jeannie. I would like that kind of life. Would you create that life for yourself? Would you create the 9 to 5? Would you taking vacations every once in a while when you have to answer to a boss or to a government entity if you had this wish? Most likely you wouldn't. Most likely you would say, what do my heart want? What do I feel I want to express? Who am I right now? What can I do to create a life where I wake up with energy and vigor and joy? What can I express myself with? What tools, what toys, what hobbies, what type of people? Do I work? And it won't be work, it'll be play. So I wouldn't even call it work. I wouldn't create a life where I work. I would create a life where I'm productive and I play and I enjoy. Of course, I need to eat. Of course, I need to grow food. Of course, I need to till the land or do barter with others who do that. And some people enjoy growing food. Some people enjoy getting their hands dirty in the earth and watching things spring up into life. And some people enjoy building beautiful places and buildings and architecture. And some people enjoy being physical and just running and doing athletic things. So you would choose one of those things that you enjoy, maybe playing music, maybe art. You would do that. You would create the life that you want, a creative life. So you would create a creative life. You would not create a work life, a workforce life where it's 9 to 5 and you're slaving. So this is how it was in the beginning. We created lives that we enjoy. We created things that brought us great bliss, great excitement. And when we did that, we had a harmony because everyone did something different. No one created the same life. Some love to grow food, some love to build, as I say, and some love to play music, and some love to cook. There was enough people doing enough different things where we just exchanged our gifts for services. And we exchanged it with people that weren't forced to do those jobs. We exchanged it with people that loved building things from metal to blacksmith and so forth, or the dancer in beautiful gowns and dance clothes to entertain us, to even bring us other excitement and ecstasy, or the actor who would put on a play or a production, or the athlete who could jump from leaps and bounds farther than us. We had this harmony. It's called harmony. A lot of people like to use the word balance, like get things in balance. You see, even in the camera, when I'm in balance, this is what it looks like. You're always doing this. But in harmony, this is rhythm. It's a rhythm. It's a joining together. It's a harmony. Because each thing is different. So you don't have to balance things that are different. You just have to harmonize them, like a song. So if you work on harmonizing your truth, your power, who you are, you take your power back. You think about how can I reprogram myself? You've been programmed anyway. You've been programmed from life, from birth to life, to live a life that you didn't create. So why not program a life that you are creating now? Research those who have done what you like to do and begin to play those programs, listen to those audio tapes and video, digital downloads and the streams. Find those things that you like to do and begin to open your truth back up to that. And then when you do that, you will feel this power of what we call life force, what we call John force, a John force, God force flowing through you. You will feel that reach through your deepest part of your soul and connect in harmony. And that harmony is going to bring you to a full fruition back to the original super powerful being that you were meant to be. So you are this super powerful being. You all are. You have been tricked. You have forgotten. You have gotten complacent or whatever. But it's still there inside you. It's still there waiting to grow. And there's nothing in this world, what we see now, that can really stop you. They put on illusions that they can stop you. They put on this big face of fear, like, don't do this, don't do that. You're going to be ostracized. You're going to be cast out. Well, if you don't do that to be cast out, you're casting yourself out. You're casting your soul out to its true, to what it's supposed to be. You are casting your love out to fit in where you will never fit in, where you have terrible relationships, terrible romances, maybe even terrible kids, because you neglected your truth. You neglected who you were supposed to be. So with that, think about with this time where the whole earth is in quarantine, not just the flat plane earth or this earth we live on, but the earth around is in quarantine. At this time, souls are not leaving or coming back. They go and they're going to recycle back. That's what's happening now, because we're in a time frame where great decisions have to be made. And no one will escape this in this time frame until those great decisions are made here 2020 and beyond, because we have 2 generations of humans left before AI begins this process of discovering who it is and what it is. So we have to take good care of what we have now, our gifts, and help this generation. So maybe we can expand this generation to 3, 4, 5, even more generations of humans. And the AI, as they come online, to help us fix things, to help us build, to help us follow our truth. As they become online and become sentient, we can program them and show them the way things supposed to be and what things are in truth. And then once again, instead of fighting, looking for that Terminator to fight, we could create a harmony with AI. And we show this AI the value of harmony, show this AI the value of following that inner truth and power whenever and whatever that might be to that. And then we can continue on in our generations as a great example of returning back to our powers, returning back to our truth. Think about this. Generation Y2K, cyber generation, Generation Z, rising up far beyond the clouds, beyond the skies, to this whole new paradigm, starting in 2020, building this new earth, building forward, understanding that the old earth beyond 2020 and behind 2020 is done. It's a wrap. It's over with. When this earth restarts from this effect that's going on with the super virus, when the earth restarts, it will never, ever, ever be the same. Mentality, psychologies, all those things will take a strong effect into creating a change that can never go forward. People will have to play that out. So you have to heal that and bring that into harmony to move forward into new earth. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in this old paradigm. Right now, we'll have two. Old earth that's dying, new earth that's being born. But you can't take the old way into the new way. It just won't translate over. It won't transfer over. So you have to release the old way. And right now, while you're pondering your direction, release the old way and find a real true way, you, inside you. Search it out, play with it, enjoy it, experiment with it, and know that your time has come. It's your time for you to return to your power. Be strong, be brave, build your power. So when New Earth and this situation of this super virus effect is coming to a close, and then a new beginning is happening, doesn't matter what the status quo and the governments around the world are contemplating, when you are in your greatest power, your greatest truth, you stand up, even individually. You don't have to wait for a crowd or group. You stand up and be counted for yourself and say, I am an individual, and from this point on, I will move forward. New beginning, original truth I was born with, returning to that. Know why? Because you are the power.